child's life every Tuesday and Thursday on News 12 First at 4. We'll introduce you to foster children looking for their forever homes. Grant me hope, because every child deserves to have hope. Sponsored by the Eichholz Law Firm.
The First Alert Team, named best in Georgia. Live from Augusta, you're watching News 12 at 6 o'clock.
It is a big night on News 12 at 6 o'clock. We have a lot going on. Sports Director Dan Booth standing by live for us at Augusta National. Students are out of school for spring break and opening night over at SRP Park. And those baseball fans, they may need to grab a sweater on the way out the door tonight, Riley.
Absolutely, Richard. We have some cool temps heading our way if you are heading out for opening night. First, about 10 minutes.
Riley, thanks. Tonight we're learning more about a new lawsuit over the shooting at a Whiskey Road Walmart back in June. 32-year-old Stephen Foreman charged with firing a gun inside that store in Aiken, hitting and seriously injuring Ashton Reichart, who was just 13 years old at the time. Sydney Hood live in the newsroom to break down this lawsuit.
This lawsuit was just filed yesterday. It lays out how that quick trip to Walmart now leaves Ashton with lifelong injuries. This 8-page lawsuit says the injuries, both physical and mental, are ongoing for her and her family. The lawsuit claims the bullet lodged near her lumbar spine, where it remains to this day. It goes on to say it caused damage to several of her organs, and she lost a substantial amount of blood too. The lawsuit says the man charged with shooting her, Stephen Christopher Foreman, has a history of mental illness, threatening behavior, and violent acts with guns. It goes on to claim the gun he used belonged to his mom, Stephanie Foreman, and she was aware of his history. One incident the lawsuit mentions goes back to 2019. It states Foreman used a, quote, sawed-off handgun to assault and hold his mom, dad, and brother hostage in their home, all while forcing his brother to tie the family up with black tape. It goes on to say Foreman broke into his brother's gun safe and took several handguns from the home, escaping in a black Ford Expedition and then surrendering to the police the following day. The lawsuit says Foreman's mom assisted with officers at first, but then refused to testify. It claims as a result, Foreman was not punished appropriately. The Reichert family hired Randy Murdoch from Hampton, South Carolina to represent them in the suit. This lawsuit was just filed yesterday, so the Foremans have not yet filed a response to it.
And it's one we will continue following through the court system. Sydney, thanks for the update there live in our newsroom. In the last half hour, the gates open for the Augusta Green Jackets. It's opening weekend, and they get to start the season right here at home for the first time in 6 years. Aubrey Dickherber joins us now live from SRP Park. And remind us again, Aubrey, what time is that first pitch?
Yeah, it's going to be at 7, and actually people were in line waiting to get in for about over an hour just to come here. They actually got this towel, which is pretty cool. It's a golf towel, which goes along with Masters Week coming up right around the corner. But there's over 5,000 people that are going to be attending tonight's game, which is over capacity. Now, let's take a look around. They've some new options coming up this year, a lot of new food options. We have some drinks over here, and we're over by first base currently, but they were telling me a little bit about how they have some new chicken tender options, which honestly sounds really good to me. I think I'm going to have to get those here shortly. And they also have some new ice cream options, which you can actually get alcohol in them as well. And then they have chicken salad shake that's going to be here this season. That's going to be offering some new menu items too that kind of give you a variety of, if you aren't necessarily coming for the baseball, but you're coming for the food and drink, there's plenty of variety of options for that as well. But people are definitely starting to fill up this area. People are very, very excited to be out here for the first time since 2018 when they were able to have this home opener. And so you can tell me, families, friends, everybody's gathering around, getting their spots, getting something to eat and drink, and ready to enjoy the game.
And Andre, if you can still hear me, tickets are still available, right, for a stand-up. You can still go to the ballpark tonight. It's not too late, right?
Yeah, no, you can for sure come out here. It is standing room tickets only, and that's actually going to be the case for the rest of the weekend. They said there's very, very limited seatings for actual seats, but they are accommodating for a lot of people out here if you want to do standing room, and they encourage it.
And as you can tell, there's live music right up under that opening pitch. Audrey Dickherber for us there at SRP Park. We'll check in with you a little later in the newscast. Also, a very important practice round at the Augusta National Women's Amateur is wrapped up for the day. 35 players in the final round, all stuck studying that golf course for tomorrow's big final exam. Course knowledge is critical tomorrow with so much on the line. Sports Director Dan Booth, as you see there, live at Augusta National Golf Club. What a special day to be out there today, Dan.
Richard, the entire field were trying to navigate and battle through the winds during today's practice round, while at the same time trying to gauge how the greens are going to be playing tomorrow in the final round. Now, 35 players made the cut for this year's final round, and only 4 of them were able to go under par in the second round over a champion's retreat. Florida State's Wrdw is one of the players who really took advantage of these conditions, and she really did a great job of navigating those conditions on the second round of Over a Champion's Retreat. By limiting her mistakes, she was able to climb to the top of the leaderboard at 5 under. Having the practice round here at Augusta National is an opportunity to take a step back and to reset for all of these players before teeing off on this legendary course. Wode plans to draw from her past experiences.
I struggled a lot on the greens last year at Champions Retreat, just with how quick they were and how much slope there was. Particularly yesterday, we were blowing so hard, the balls were moving all over the place. But I putted really well yesterday, so I definitely learned from the lines on that last year.
Gianna Clement is tied for second at 3 under. Clement was the youngest player in last year's field, and this time around, she's playing alongside Wrdw in the final pairing. Between playing in the Sage Valley Junior Invitational a couple of weeks ago and playing in this year's Augusta National Women's Amateur, Clement knows a thing or two and has a special appreciation for playing golf at this time of the year in Augusta.
It's the best 3 weeks out of the entire year. Sage Valley is such a special place as well, and they treat us so well, and it's such a great event. So to be able to spend a week there and then have my birthday, which is right in between that, and then come here it's really special, and it gets better every year.
For the veteran golfers out here, they've already experienced everything that Augusta National has to offer. But as Laura Warren tells us, there's nothing like seeing, experiencing the beauty of everything Augusta National has to offer for the first time.
Playing Augusta National is something on every golfer's bucket list. It's just not something many get to cross off. So we caught up with a few women making their first appearance in the Augusta National Women's Amateur who say teeing off inside the ropes today here at this historic course is something dreams are made of.
Oh, it's definitely exciting. Just being here is amazing. I feel like this UD doesn't do it justice. It's even better out here. It's definitely hillier, harder to walk, and it's just amazing, and it lives up to its history and its name.
The 15-year-old doesn't even have her learner's permit yet, but now that driving off the first tee at Augusta National is in her rear view, she's soaking in what that means.
Everyone that plays golf wants to do that, and I feel like not a lot of people almost no people get a chance to do that, and I feel like it feels so special to just be up there and teeing it off.
Gamecock Louise Ridquist knows exactly what she means. The day was full of pinch me first for her too.
I walked over the bridge on 12 and it was completely still in the water, and it's just like a mirror. And it was absolutely beautiful, and it's something that I will definitely remember for the rest of my life.
Even for women coming back to play this course for their 3rd appearance in this tournament, like Bailey Shoemaker, it still feels surreal.
I mean, it's awesome. We're some of the first people out here all year, and fairways are lush. Everything's perfect. I said to my caddy today, I'm looking at the bunker, I'm I've never seen an edge that perfect. Everything's just pristine and done the best it possibly could be.
And the women had the option of finishing their day by playing the historic par 3 course out here, and we've heard of at least 2 holes in one made on hole 6 and one made on hole 7. Reporting at Augusta National, I'm Laura Warren.
Thank you, Laura. The final round of the Augusta National Women's Amateur tees off tomorrow at 7:30, and with that final pairing of Wrdw and Gianna Clement teeing off at 10:20.
What a spectacular day there at Augusta National. Dan, thanks to you and Laura and the team so much. And a quick note for patrons tomorrow, because of that chilly forecast for overnight, the potential for frost, especially on those lower holes, Augusta National says those gates will not open until 7:15. Well, next on News 12 at 6 o'clock, growing the game of golf, we head to the Patch in Augusta for an event that's helping inspire the next generation, and it's all for free.
And the weather looks great through the weekend, and even early next week. It's later next week. We do start to bring back some rain. We'll have that full forecast next.
Time and temp, brought to you by your First Alert weather team.
Introducing the First Alert Radar Network.
With up to 10 times the resolution of other local radars and technology that can pinpoint right down to your street.
First just got faster.
Final 2 rounds looks absolutely perfect. So something we're looking at next week for Thursday, maybe some thunderstorms. So that's the next big thing on our list.
Riley, thanks a lot. Big changes ahead over at the Patch. This week, Augusta City leaders approved a 50-year lease agreement between the city and Augusta National to run the Patch. Last April, Augusta National announced a partnership with Augusta Tech, the city, and First Tee of Augusta to make improvements to this old historic public golf course in the city. Today was Community Golf Day, and as you can see, a lot of players took advantage. Nick Veland caught up with the organizers and hoped this will actually help grow the game.
Get it right here, and you're going to show them a pretty finish.
Learning to hit the ball and growing golf, one swing at a time.
Just like we practice. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Dozens flock to the Patch for open tee times, unlimited balls on the driving range, and good times.
I'm looking around, look like the people having fun. And a lot of the people I hadn't seen before.
It's not about me anymore. It's about getting her interested in the game.
I've been really vibing out to this music. It's really good. I'm practicing chipping. I'm pumped today. My chipping's on fire.
And even on days like today, I can get a lesson myself for free with Morehouse's finest.
Just to give yourself a little space, a little room to swing.
There we go.
Edgar Evans is the head coach at Morehouse College. He started his golf game at First Tee of Augusta, and he looks to help others and get their golf careers off the ground.
This is the future, these kids and seeing, college athletes as well. This shows them what they can be.
With hopes to better diversify the game.
You keep knocking on the door, keep pushing the door down, keep widening that door so people can just step in, the better our game will be long term.
More cultured people, more from all different walks of life. Just people that want to see the world differently.
I would love to see more of us, but this is a start. You know what I'm saying? We got to start somewhere.
Families coming out too, with hopes of kids creating memories they'll never forget.
It's been awesome. I get to play golf with my dad. I'm really excited. It's going to be really fun.
In Augusta, Nick Veland on your side.
Just a great event over there, and the future has never looked brighter over at the Patch. From golf to college football, where one of the guys down in the trenches announces where he's heading next. A lot of teams want him, and we're heading to Evans to find out. Coming up.
First Alert Radar, powered by Jim Hudson Automotive Group.
I'm Mike Costello. East Buena Vista Avenue in North Augusta.
It's official. The University of Georgia has their first offensive line pledge.
I'll be continuing my athletic and academic career at
And what a great way to do it. Four-star offensive lineman Mason Short of Evans High School committing to Georgia. Short got multiple offers from Power 5 schools, Florida, Kentucky, Ohio State, and others. Back in January, he decommitted from Alabama after Coach Nick Saban announced his retirement. Before today's announcement, though, he gave thanks to the community and his own support team.
my roots in this community go so deep. My dad playing high school ball here, my brother as well. My family in this area is just not my blood. I have so many people that help me. I couldn't do what I do without it.
And the class of 2025 offensive line is currently ranked number 77 on ESPN's Junior 300 list, and Mason earned a top 10 position ranking on 24/7 Sports nationally. So just a great move there, especially for you dog fans. Millions of eyes turn to Augusta this time of year, and the local men who worked as caddies for the Masters, they're getting some attention. Ward Clayton has been writing about the Masters here for years, and here's a preview of this week's one-on-one. You are fascinated by the caddies of Augusta.
Oh my gosh, their backstory and how essential they were was such a part of the fabric of the tournament. Richard, when you think of the Masters, you think of the green jacket, but you also think of the caddy jumpsuit.
It is iconic. Whether you're a golf fan or maybe a history buff, you don't want to miss this one-on-one. You can catch the full interview Sunday morning at 6 o'clock, and then online, wrdw.com. After that, click on the one-on-one tab, and we'll talk all about that white jumpsuit with the word Woods on the back.
It was a really good interview. Y'all definitely tune in Sunday morning to hear Ward and Richard talk about that. Hey, we do have a nice night up ahead for opening night of the Augusta Green Jackets. Still a little bit of time to head out there for first pitch. I'm going to look at the forecast just after the break.
And before we head to a break, we do want to take some time to recognize National Gold Star Spouses Day. This day honors the surviving loved ones of military service members who made the ultimate sacrifice in defense of our nation. If that's you, we hope you're feeling a little extra love and support today. We're going to have more news and weather after the break.
Caller, come in today. Olympus Granite, 383 Tower Drive in Augusta.
Our first alert commitment to you is the power of 5 meteorologists, all the tools, the latest technology, and the first team of 5 meteorologists. News 12's First Alert Weather on your side.
In case you missed it earlier, we are live at SRP Park for the Green Jackets opening weekend. Audrey Dick-Herber has been in the middle of the fun all afternoon long. A great assignment for her. So, Audrey, how's it going over there now?
It's a lot of fun. We actually jumped over to the other side of the stadium between third and home base. We found that ice cream place that I was talking about that actually has options for kids and adults. And we're still waiting to see where those chicken tenders are that I was speaking about earlier because I've yet to try those. But I mean, we've been seeing crowds and crowds come in. I mean, you can tell that they are going to be over capacity, like they were saying to me earlier, about over 5,000 people. But that shouldn't stop you from wanting to get those standing room tickets because, I mean, people are just kind of standing out here having a good time. And I'll show you guys over here this way. I mean, as you can see right over here, people are just kind of standing out. I mean, the weather's so beautiful that you don't really need to have a seat to come out here and enjoy this game. So they really do encourage you that if you want to come out here, definitely get a ticket and come on out and enjoy a good night.
Audrey Dick-Herber for us, and as you can tell, there's live music right up under that opening pitch as we check in with First Alert Chief Meteorologist Riley Hale. And Riley, nice night for baseball.
It's going to be perfect out there. We're going to see very comfortable temps in the 50s during game time. It's going to be late tonight and early tomorrow. We will see our temperatures drop off into the upper 30s and low 40s, so still a chilly start to the weekend. Tomorrow afternoon, likely going to feel similar to today with afternoon highs, most likely in the mid-60s. Still a little bit cool out there Sunday morning, but by Sunday afternoon, should bring back a south wind, and that should help our highs get back into the low 70s. Now, all eyes are on next week. Here's a look at our expected rain forecast Wednesday through next Sunday, so this is during tournament time. Thursday, we are expecting a cold front to show up. That is going to bring us a decent opportunity for rain. It's also going to be breezy Thursday and Friday for those first 2 rounds as that front is passing through. The good news is next weekend looks to clear out, and we should be very comfortable temperature-wise. So the next few days look very nice. Next week, we'll have to track those storm chances Thursday, but next weekend looking very good.
We are live again at the top of the hour on 26 News. If we don't see you there, we'll check in right here at 11 o'clock. Have a great evening.
At the CBS Evening News, we focus on solutions, finding solutions to help people understand what are the right choices to make for you and your family.
Hey guys, it's Anna.